I'm an employee of ESCO Technologies, and I am a Technology Concierge. I actually work on site at one of our communities a couple days a week, and in that community, I manage the day-to-day aspects around the services that our company provides, which is television, telephone, and internet to the residents. Before CareConnect and myself were here, it was the resident's responsibility, or the family of the resident's responsibility, to get that resident their phone service, their TV service, internet if they wanted it. So it was additional phone calls and additional work for the families to get those services either moved here or get new services established, which meant setting appointments, waiting for technicians to arrive. With ESCO and CareConnect being on site and myself being on site, they no longer have to do that. That whole process is eliminated from the family and from the resident, because we have the apartments ready for them when they move in. They're connected and ready to go. So when a new resident is coming in, the management staff will let me know. They let me know who's coming in, what day they're arriving, and what services they choose to have. I get that notice as soon as they know. They let me know, and before the residents even here, I go to the apartment and make sure the TV is working. I either assign that apartment a new phone number, or I start the process to bring in the resident's phone number if that's what they want to do. But before the resident is even here, I have that apartment connected and ready to go with whatever services they have ordered. When I first started coming to the New England Club, things were a little stressful with the staff because they had been taking on all these tasks that it took to have CareConnect in the building. It was now the community's responsibility to make sure that that incoming resident had all the services they needed. So the solution to that was to put someone on site. And when I came and started relieving the managers of some of that burden, and we got into a schedule of how we work with each other, how we notify each other of people moving in, people moving out, and now it's like just so smooth. The managers really don't have to do anything with the CareConnect services. I pretty much take care of processing all the paperwork, entering tickets into our system. I do basic troubleshooting if the resident is having issues. And before that, the resident would just call the management team, and the managers would have to go to those apartments and try to help with a TV or with a telephone. And then if they couldn't, they would have to call a technician from whoever their provider was and hope that that technician would come within a couple of days. With the Technology Concierge being on site, we can handle those things right away. And the relationship now with all the residents is just awesome. They have learned when I'm here, they know what days I'm here. So a lot of times now the residents will just wait. If it's nothing that's a huge service affecting issue, they'll just wait until a day that they know I'm going to be here. They don't even bother the management staff with whatever it is they need at that time. And many times when I come in the morning, I have either little notes laying at the desk for me, or sometimes I even have residents sitting in the hallway waiting for me to arrive. But they know when I'm going to be here, and they know now that I'm going to take care of them and we're going to get things worked out for them. So another benefit of having the Technology Concierge on site is, yes, we get the new residents set up and we do basic troubleshooting, but many of the residents are coming in now with tablets or laptops or many other types of devices, and sometimes they're not real sure how to get those connected to the internet or even how to use them. So as I'm setting up their services and as I'm making their new resident visits, I will ask them, are there any devices that we need to get set up, get them connected to the internet? So I do all that. Again, that takes that burden off the family. They don't have to do that for them. Many times I'll get a call that, my internet's not working or my computer's not working, and I go to visit the resident, and lots of times it's just a simple little glitch that's happened on their device, or they've lost connection and don't really know how to get it back connected. So I sit down with them and we get everything working again. I have set up new emails for residents, because if they're moving from another provider, sometimes they have to change their email address. So I walk them through the process. We set them up a new email. I kind of show them how to use it. There are residents who, for Christmas, birthdays, whatever, their families will buy them a device so that they can stay connected to family and friends that maybe are out of town. And that device doesn't really come with the instructions to teach a senior how to use it. So I will go to their apartment and sit down with them, and we'll go over that device and show them how to get it connected, how to log on to it, how to use their email, how to use Facebook, maybe set up Skype if they're going to be Skyping with family. But we do take the time to do all of that with the resident. A big part of the Technology Concierge is having someone that not only has good customer care skills, technology skills, good relationship building skills, but we're working with seniors. And one thing that ESCO Technology does is all of the employees do get senior specific training. They bring a company in once or twice a year, and we go through basically senior customer service. We will have residents. Yes, we have lots of independent residents, but we also have some memory care residents. We have some skilled nursing residents. And those residents sometimes forget. They forget how to use their remote. They forget how to check their voicemail. They forget how they even listen to their messages they may have. And so patience and empathy are strengths that we look for in the people that we place in the community, because you definitely need that. If you have a memory care resident, you may get called every week for the same struggle that they're having, and that's just part of it. The uniqueness of CareConnect is that the resident is getting taken care of with one provider, and you don't have a separate provider for each service. They can contact me, whether it's their phone, their internet, their television, and so they don't have separate vendors to worry about. They don't have separate bills coming in that have to be paid. It's all handled through the community on their monthly bill from the community. Yeah, so I have done some type of customer care pretty much all my life. It's my passion. I love doing it, but in most scenarios, coming from a call center background, it's not a very rewarding position. What I love about this company and the products that we're offering is because I'm on site and I get to work with the residents and I get to solve problems, I get to help them. This is a very, very rewarding job. I can say it's the only rewarding job I've had that involves any type of customer care. I've developed great relationships with many of the residents. They not only will call me when they have a question or a service issue, but they'll stop by just to say hi, just to see how I'm doing, and we'll chat back and forth. I've learned a lot about these residents. It's awesome to sit down and talk with them and hear their stories. And there's just been a real level of confidence and trust that has been developed here. Yeah, so the really rewarding feature of this position is being able to do face-to-face customer care, basically. Coming from a call center background, you never get to really experience that person that you're helping. You don't get to see their smile or really feel their appreciation. But being able to work on site, in person, face to face with these residents, you really feel their appreciation. And you get to see that smile. And sometimes I even get a hug. So it's a very rewarding position. As the technology concierge on site here at the community, I assist the families and the residents by initially, when they move in, getting all their services set up for them, make sure they're working properly. Once the resident has moved in, I always make a visit to them just to introduce myself, introduce CareConnect, let them know how all their services work, see if they have any questions. And the family appreciates it too, because they know that mom or dad's telephone is working. They know if mom or dad have a problem with their telephone or their television, that they can just call, there's someone on site here to assist with that. So it just takes that worry off the family. And because we're providing the internet to the residents as well, it kind of leads into whatever device that they bring in. We will help them with that as well. So again, it takes that burden off of the family, and the resident can be confident that someone is here to sit down and actually walk them through some of these devices and applications that they're trying to use. Imagine a Time Warner cable technician coming to do an install. I don't think he's going to sit down and take the time and show me how to use my tablet. But we'll do that, and we'll do it as many times as we need to make sure that the resident is comfortable with it.